talking about stretching, different types of stretching, when certain ones are appropriate, when they're not, and a lot of it, how it relates to warming up, cooling down, and on your off days, because there's different types. There's dynamic stretching, static stretching, and how you use them and when you use them is very important. Alright, so for warming up, basically, in general, you want to stick with dynamic stretches. So dynamic stretches are any type of stretch that's like short duration, quick stretches. So like if we're doing a knee pull, it's just a quick short pull, and then that's it. All right, this is just getting the body warmed up. It's not trying to increase your mobility or your range of motion. You're just trying to get to your natural range of motion to be ready to do whatever you're doing for the day, lifting, running, whatever it might be. The only exception to that is when you have a particular problem area. So say you have particularly tight calves that would limit your ability to do something. That's an area where you might want to throw in some static stretching, which is a longer duration stretch where you're holding it for a period of time. That's the only time you would want to put that into like a warm-up setting, whereas you need to get that range of motion in order to do the activity for the day. So as far as stretching for a cool down, just because of how the muscles work is when they're warm after activity and stuff, a lot of the mobility increases that you might see are not long-term or lasting effects. So when you're cooling down, mostly you're stretching just to kind of clear the muscles, make sure that you're not tightening up and you're not as sore the next day. So those stretches are going to be very kind of shorter duration, about like 20-30 seconds, just to, like I said, keep the muscles moving so you don't tighten up or get too sore. Off days is a different story. That's when you're trying to actually increase your range of motion and trying to make some permanent changes. That's when you would actually do the longer duration static stretching. Holding it for somewhere between 1 minute to 2 minutes is what you usually want to actually see a change in flexibility.